Somebody had to explain to me what signing day was yesterday in the chairman's meeting. It's okay. That worked out so. I'd like to welcome everybody to the first 2011 session of the Health and Human Services Committee. I'm amazed at the number of members we have here. Thank you very much. Getting a quorum was not a problem. I hope that this will continue. That is why we are meeting in the 3 to 5 slot, so that hopefully that is our permanent time and we will not be interfered with other committees, so that we can have a large collection of you here. We hear very important bills. There are often have people on all sides of them, and then some of them can be very controversial, and we need to have as many members present at every meeting as possible. I will be assigning subcommittee members probably in the next week. However, because the bills we hear are so controversial, I have a tendency for us to hear them all in the general meeting, so that more people are actually involved. But that we will take care of that goes forth. The first thing I'd like to do is introduce the new staff. We have Riley, and I'm very lucky to have Riley with me. We've been together a long time. He was responsible for me being elected, and you in the audience can decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing and be nice to him one way or the other. So Riley is going to be my research analyst and help us here in the meetings as a committee aide. Joyce Norwood, who's my administrative assistant. Joyce, stand up. Okay. Don't stand up too high. I mean, you know, Joyce, when you stand up, you're not too high. And once again, we have the best legislative council of. They're all very nice and very competent, but there's nobody better than Betsy Howerton. So she is back with us as our legislative counsel. Angeline, I will not try to pronounce her last name. Right there is my aide. Thank you very much. And William McKean is our intern. And William is from Oglethorpe, and we are delighted to have him too. So that's our staff. We do have new members. So as I call you out, I would like for you to stand up, tell us where you're from and what you did in real life. Okay? Josh Clark. Much. Valerie Clark. Matt Hatchett. Okay, is BJ Pack here? Is he missing right now? We have BJ Pack, who is not with us yet. Ben Watson. And we have another member who is not a new member, but certainly brings a great deal of expertise, especially in the field of Medicaid costs and all of that really intricate work that in taking care of Georgia's children's and patients. Mickey Schnell. Mickey, welcome to the committee. I know you gave away that committee, but you noticed I never asked to be on your committee. So I left all that to you. But I'm glad to have you join us. I would like to ask the committee for as many members as possible when we break at 3:45 to go down immediately to the guard shack and go with us on a very special and a short field trip. As I said today from the well, almost, if not the first bill that passed out of this committee when Republicans took over, and that has nothing to say against our good Democrat members, was Mickey's bill, which set up, it was the Volunteers in Medicine Act, and enabled us to set up free clinics across our state and let doctors and nurses and dentists volunteer without having to, and many of them retired, pay huge malpractice costs, because if something happens, the state picks up the cost. We are number one in the number of free clinics across the state. And today at this meeting, we're going to go see one of those clinics. There will be several people from around the state, and I would like for you to say thank you. Over $200 million worth of free medical care has been given. In fact, they say it's closer to $300 million. Mickey, thank you for bringing that bill. And, you know, and a lot of times we pass bills here and we really don't get to see how they are helping or affecting Georgia citizens. So I hope you'll go. We'll go right straight down. There's a bus. We'll get you back by 5 o'clock. Okay. If you will look in your folder, on the left-hand side, we have the rules. If you want to take a couple minutes to read them, they are the same as we had last year. Okay. Okay. Okay, can go forward. About ready. Okay, this is the appropriate time. Representative Chuckas.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move that we approve these rules.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the rules? No discussion. Okay, everyone in favor of the adoption of the rules, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. We have the adoption of the rules, and these is what we will work under. Also under there, we did print off for you a photograph of all the members on the committee, so hopefully that would be helpful. I hope everybody will get to know each other on our committee. Health bills are about the patients of Georgia. They are not Democrat or Republican when it comes to doing what's right for the people of Georgia and their health care needs. So I hope you will intermingle and get to know each other regardless of whether there is an R or D behind your name. To the lobbyist and to members of the committee, we deal with some pretty complicated bills. And last year, we had people bringing us substitutes at the last minute and very complicated amendments. I'm going to sort of, it's sort of the discretion of the chair. If you come with a substitute that I have not seen, or if you come with a complicated or a long amendment, what you're going to do is slow down that person's bill, because I'm going to maybe listen to what people want to say, but I'm going to hold the bill. So you could interfere with your bill moving on through the political process. So I would like to have amendments and any substitutes in my office 24 hours ahead of time. That way Betsy can look at them. That will just help the process. Now, as we get toward the end of the session, as we all know, except for the new people, it's Katie bar the door. And we may not always meet on Wednesday. We may meet Wednesday and Friday and whenever, and I may have to go ahead and take an amendment from this, on the floor that's complicated. But we're going to try to do that so we can make sure that we give Betsy plenty of time to look at the amendment, and give me time to look at the amendment if I want to talk to the people who are presenting the amendment or whatever. So we will go with that, and I would ask you to please do that so I don't have to say to you here in the meeting, okay, we're going to have to, not vote on that bill today. We're going to have to wait and look at the amendments for it. That was that. So with that said, okay, moving on. Well, we have one bill before us. Representative Clark, if you would go to the podium. And that, if members would, that is House Bill 99.
Thank you, Madam Chairman and Vice Chairman Reinders and fellow members of this committee. I'm bringing to you House Bill 99, which has been requested by the Secretary of State and the LPN Licensing Committee. So that's the Licensed Practical Nursing Licensing Committee. It's a housekeeping bill, and it's to correct an omission from a previous bill. And the LPN Licensing Board sent a letter respectfully requesting this process, and the nurses already have a background check. This is requesting a background check for licensed practical nurses also. We found in our research with Mr. O'Sullivan that 2,500 new LPN licenses are requested each year, and between 5 and 10% have had issues. And the issues stem from anything like drug theft from hospitals, theft from patients in the hospital, alcohol consumption on the job site, and these are issues that we feel could be prevented with a background check. And a number of RNs have also had issues, but the background check for nurses has helped somewhat with that. And again, it was an oversight on the part of the licensing board not to include LPNs with the request for a background check for registered nurses. And if you would like to know how the process works, it's part of an application process, and it would be electronic fingerprinting. And the GBI works with a third-party vendor, Cogent, and the fingerprints are sent electronically to the GBI and to the federal database. The results come back, but not the fingerprints. So it's not an issue. Not an issue for the state to pay the bill. It's a $25 fee for the LPN, and because it's electronic, there is no mailing. The results are immediate. Because it's electronic, it's a clean process, no smudging and anything that's would be an inconvenience. It's tried and true. Nurses have used it, and it's also not retroactive. This is for new licenses. It would not affect reciprocity, and it would not affect reinstatement.
Questions? Representative Morgan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a quick question. So you said registered nurses currently already go through this?
Yes, ma'am, a background check.
Okay. And they do the fingerprinting part as well?
Yes.
Okay. That was all.
Thank you.
Other questions? Do you have other questions? No? All right. Representative Wilkinson? Do you have a question? Representative Byrd? No? Okay. I'm sorry it wasn't showing up. I thought you were punching the button.
Madam Chair, I move to pass House Bill 99.
Okay.
I second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay. I prepared her that she was going to get a little razzing. You saving it for the floor? Oh, dear. We want to move to table. Okay. We have a motion and a
She prepared me as
second.
an understatement.
There has been no discussion, and no one has any further discussion. All in favor of the passage of House Bill 99, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? No. All right. I believe the ayes have it, and you have the passage out of committee of your first bill. Congratulations.
Madam Chairman and Vice Chairman, members, thank you.
So, being no further business from the chair, or is there any questions or any discussion from any of the members or anything? If not, we are adjourned. Please, everybody that's available, let's go right now down, catch the bus over to this clinic, and say thank you to the people that are giving all this care to patients in Georgia. Okay, thank you very much.
Now,